Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the South Mugirango Member of Parliament Sylvanus Osoro had filed a petition at the High Court seeking to bar the Supreme Court from declaring a presidential election winner upon recount of votes. Osoro is believing that the Supreme Court might decide to go for recount other than listening to the case and nullifying the election or upholding the election. So because of that, he was going to file that case to make sure that they are stopping that move at the Supreme Court. Though this case has been dismissed by the High Court judge. Remember, Osoro case is coming at a time when we just saw Moses Stureh also filing another petition at the Supreme Court against, again, aiming to stop the Supreme Court from directing the IBC chairman to announce the winner upon recount of the votes if it emerges that Raila Odinga is the winner in that election. Remember, Moses Stureh amewekea Raila Odinga makosa ya election offense. Because according to Moses Stureh, Raila Odinga, through his agents, they committed an election offense. So that should be put on Raila Amolo Odinga. And what does the law say about this? It's very clear that upon recount of votes and a clear winner has been found, so the Supreme Court judges can direct the IBC chairman to announce the winner and offer a certificate to that person if again he will be found to have not committed election offenses. Asikuwa amefanya makosa ya election. That's why Moses Stureh is also putting that on Raila Odinga. So I just want to go through what Osoro had filed and the aim that he had with this issue. But before we go deep into that, just a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you're not yet subscribed. So my humble request, please consider to subscribe so that another time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. Let us go back to this story to understand what direction is Osoro headed to and why rush to the court to try and stop this move. This is what Citizen Digital has shared. MP Osoro's petition seeking to bar Supreme Court from declaring presidential pool winner dismissed. The High Court has quashed two petitions by South Mugirango MP Sylvanus Osoro and two other petitions that sought to bar the Supreme Court from declaring a presidential election winner upon recount of votes. Miliman Law Court Judge Edwin Ongudi dismissed the petition on ground that the High Court does not have the authority to direct the Supreme Court, which is superior. If I found that under Article 142 of the Constitution, the Supreme Court hears the presidential election petition and gives a decision, it is not for this court to direct the Supreme Court on what to do or not, Justice Ogudi said. He continued, the petitioners were also seeking to have the court interpret Section 84 of Election Act on the power conferred to the Independent Electoral and Boundary Commission, IBC chair, on the declaration of presidential election result. Justice Ongudi cited her ruling on previous act on provisions, of Act 163(3)(a) of the Constitution, which provide that the Supreme Court has the jurisdiction of handling all election dispute involving presidential election. Again, quoted, from the above, it is clear that it is the Supreme Court which has the exclusive jurisdiction to deal with the issue, dispute related to presidential election, noted the judge. MP Osoro and the 3 other petitioners, among them Ashford, Koom, Mbogo, Michael Ocheng Asolo, and Eric Githinji, had called for the High Court to declare Section 84 unconstitutional, since it provides that the Supreme Court can direct the IBC to issue a certificate to the election winner. Look at that. That's the reason. The said section read, an election court may by order direct the commission to issue a certificate of election to a president, a member of parliament, or a member of county assembly, if upon recount of the ballot cast, the winner is apparent and the winner is found not to have committed an election offense. So this is already linking to what Moses Kuria was trying to file at the Supreme Court. So you can connect the dots. MP Osoro, in his petition, said in a sense, the presidential election result being hotly contested and of the highest political voltage than the other elective position, the Supreme Court should be extremely cautious in the assuming jurisdiction under Section 84 of the Election Act. The Supreme Court, sitting as an election court in presidential election dispute, can only hold that the election results are validly or invalid and no more. The framers of the Constitution did not intended that Parliament would legislate on disputes related to presidential election. That is Sylvanus Osoro and what he's seeking. So if you read through the story, you can connect the dots, because the Supreme Court has the powers to direct the IBC chairman to offer a certificate to the winner upon recounting the vote and declaring the winner. That is one of the prayers Raila Odinga and the Azimio side are asking for at the Supreme Court of Kenya. And that's why you see Sylvanus Osoro is rushing to the court. Then the questions Kenyans are asking, why panic and rush to the Supreme Court, not Supreme Court, to High Court, which is such a case when we know the case is going on at the Supreme Court of Kenya. Because for me, I thought that Osoro is a student of law, and he understands that all the presidential election petitions are only heard by the Supreme Court and not any other court or any other judge. And that's why you see they have easily dismissed him on that ground. Because remember, the presidential election case has a limit. It has a limit of 14 days. You hear the case and make a decision. In case you play with it, then you go to a constitutional crisis. And if this case will be heard and determined, then they dismiss. It means we'll have an election after 60 days. And if not, they decide to upheld the election of the announced winner, then after 1 week, he will be sweared in. Or the winner who will be found upon recount of vote will be sweared in after a week. As simple as that. So that you are within the timeline and you are not creating a constitutional crisis. Now, try to relate the story or the two petitioners, one from Moses Kuria and another one from Sylvanus Osoro. Hey, you can read fear of unknown, because there could be things that they are well aware of that they did in this election, which they are fearing that it might be discovered in case they call for recount of this election. There is fear of unknown or fear of the known, of the thing that they have done. And remember, Osoro is not doing this on his own alone. I mean, these people are talking together, and he was in Mombasa and said he's part of the team that is preparing the case. So it is William Samoei Ruto giving directive to some of his close allies that they can try and close some of the loopholes here and there, using every means through the court or any other position that they can get. And all of these issues direct to one thing, that there is something that UDA party is aware of, or Kenya Kwanza, that other people are not aware about. It can be true that these individuals, because if you are trying to go and bar the Supreme Court from announcing the winner of the election, and you are sure that William Samoei Ruto won this election free, fair, and square, then why can't you allow it to go through recount, and then they will still announce the same person, William Samoei Ruto, and they will be clean and good at State House. If Osoro is sure of this, and if William Samoei Ruto and his team is sure of this, there's no way they are going to the court to bar the Supreme Court from announcing or from recalling for recount and announcing the winner, then directing the Bukati to issue the certificate to the rightful person that Kenyans have loudly heard through the ballot. If it's Ruto, it's going to be Ruto. Nothing will change. But with that simple move, it only points to one thing, that there are other things that have happened in this country that William Samoei Ruto supporters should be aware of, and Raila Odinga supporters should be well informed about, that rigging happened in this country. Why is Kuria rushing to the court to have another case putting Raila Odinga about election offenses, just in case they count and found Raila Odinga is the winner so that he will not be announced? Because he's not sure that William Samoei Ruto won this election. There are other monkey business that have happened maybe here and there, which is very crucial and can send William Samoei Ruto into political oblivion. That Kenyans will be aware and know that William Ruto won a still election. He rigged the election from Raila Odinga. Because now there was there's another figure that have been shared in the newspaper, and I've seen some of the analysts have already shared. Sisi hatujafanya, tukipata nafasi we will go through it just to make sure that we are updating our viewers timely. Najua wengine wanaona pengine. If you look into that paper, kuna kura za Raila Odinga wanapea William Samoei Ruto. All of these things point to one thing: fear of unknown and the fear of the known things that they have already committed.